Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. iPhone 6s review. Now, if you check out my wife's channel, Susan Millard, she's probably got a review on this, and she will be doing a review of her own on the iPhone 8 that she got off me. I didn't have my iPhone 8 very long, and it's kind of like, well, she's done with this one, and it's paid off now, because zero down still means you're still paying. It's just part of your monthly phone charges, okay? So it's not really a free phone in that sense. But anyway, I've been looking over things and this and that. And long story short, I gave her my iPhone 8. She took over that contract, and I went with her phone, now that it's paid off, and I went to a different courier and got a deal for $35 a month with unlimited Canada-wide calling, texting, video messaging, as well as 2 gigabytes of data, which is also guaranteed. I will never have an overage charge because once I hit that 2 gig, they just shut my data off until the following month rollover. And I don't really need a lot of data anyways. What I do with this thing, other than making phone calls and texting, is I do keep an eye on my email when I'm out and about. So if I want to check my email, then I turn the data on. I check my email or Facebook or whatever, Marketplace, because I got stuff that I'm always working on some kind of a trade deal or sell or whatever, But I don't need a lot of data. And our regular courier for $35 a month, which was fine, on my flip phone deal, which I got tired of the flip phone really quick, they couldn't offer me any data for that price. So the new courier that I went with, they're offering me $35 a month with 2 gigs of data. And I'm like, that kind of works for me. I like that. And I wanted to get away from that flip phone again. I've been bouncing back and forth on stuff for the last probably 2 months now. And I think I'm pretty much settled that I'm going to keep a smartphone. And I'm going to stay with this new courier because the price is great. And, can't complain. And I own the phone outright, so I don't have a contract to worry about either, so I can cancel at any time, no penalties, which is nice. What I do have to do between now and the fall is save up enough money to get myself another smartphone, because apparently come this fall, according to our courier, Apple is likely going to be cutting off all iPhones below the iPhone 7 for iOS updates, which means no more security, which means all your passwords and all that stuff and your online banking is now all going to be vulnerable come the cutoff time. Now, we don't have 100% confirmation that it is actually this fall. It's what we were being told, which is another reason why I had gone into the 8 at that time, okay? And the 8's got 4K camera with 60 and 30 frames per second, and it's really sweet. Very nervous though, because it's an all glass phone too. This one at least is aluminum. Anyways, so the iPhone 6s came out in 2015, September. 4.7 inch screen, 12 megapixel back camera, of course, like we said, 4K capability, as well as 1080p and 720p. Onboard memory that runs your programs is 2 gigabytes. Okay, your battery is a 1.7 amp or 1,715 milliamp battery stock from the factory. I just ordered in actually a very high performance, high quality battery that's going to give me a lot more runtime. So we'll see how that goes, and I get to install it. Yay! First time ever doing this. I will be videoing that, by the way. So I'm reading off a spec sheet here because I can't remember everything. It does have Gorilla Glass. I'm not a real fan of Gorilla Glass, which is another reason why I have a screen protector on here, which is a tempered glass screen protector. Those little film things, by the way, don't buy them because they're not going to protect the glass. If it takes a hit, your screen is done. Okay, you need a tempered glass. And I've actually had a few devices, phone-wise and even my iPad, took a hit before right onto the stones in our driveway. We live out in the country. And the tempered glass took the hit. No damage whatsoever, ever, okay, on my actual screen. Only the tempered glass took the hit. And we don't buy expensive tempered glass. Like, this is like $2 at the Buck store, and I've smacked 2 of these already, not on this particular phone, but on past phones. I've smacked 2 of them, and I've shattered, part of the tempered glass, but when pulling it off, no damage whatsoever to the main glass, ever. Okay, so even a $2 tempered glass protector is going to save your phone's main screen. Okay, it's not cheap to get that replaced. And of course, I nailed my iPad once or twice, and the screen took the hit, you know, like the tempered glass part. The underside screen, perfect. So, and those ones we bought from Amazon. I think it was a pack of 3 for like 20 bucks. So, anyways, so moving along, this thing comes with iOS 9. Right now it's currently running 13.3, which right now is what they call on this website upgradable to 13.3. We don't know if it's going to go faster, but they do know as of current, because this website keeps everything current as things go along, which is cool. So right now we are running 13.3. We'll see how much further Apple takes it. The chipset is the Apple A9 chipset. It has a dual-core 1.8 gigahertz twister processor, and it has the Power VR GT7600 6-core graphics video GPU set in this. It's like, that is really killing for, you know, video. So that's going to do a really good job for playing video games if you're a gamer. This is the 32 gig version, comes in 16, 32, 64, or 128 storage capacities. iPhones are not upgradable as far as, you know, you can't stick an SD card in this. You can't take it apart and upgrade the storage memory in it, or even the hardware RAM for running programs. What you buy is what you're getting, okay? I never recommend anybody buying anything below a 32 gigabyte storage capacity, okay? It's just not a smart decision, all right? Even if you're just using it as a straight out phone, you know, the OS does take up space, you know, so, and then of course if you want to take photos or a couple of videos, that's going to chew up space. So 32 is actually the minimum. Now that would be for somebody like me who does not take a lot of pictures, who does not really do videos that much at all on my phone. Perfect size phone for moi, okay? Anybody who's a more avid user than me, you might want to consider 64 or the 128s. Now, that's in the 6S. There are phones out from Apple that obviously go to much higher levels now for storage capacity and have much more bells and whistles and more RAM in them and so on, okay? 5 megapixel selfie camera, the 12 megapixel on the back, which like I said is your 4K capable. And you can change in your settings what you want, 720, 1080 at 30 or at 60, 4K at 30. You can't go 4K 60 frame per second on this phone though, which who cares. As far as the speaker goes, it has one speaker in it, 16-bit audio sound, you know, so output is 16-bit, so it's pretty decent. Active noise canceling with the dedicated mic that's built in, so it does have a very good microphone. I've always found that iPhones and iPads have amazing microphones in them. Of course, they have amazing video capturing too. Yeah, so that's big bonuses there. Fingerprint scanner on the home button, so you can set up your fingerprint to unlock your phone. As a backup, if something happens to your fingerprint, for example, you can type in a passcode. Okay, I would suggest setting up both of them and make your passcode easy enough for only you to remember. Okay. Now, the lithium-ion battery, of course, they say is non-removable. Duh. Okay, well, if you know how to take them apart, you can remove them and change them. Standby is 240 hours on 3G network, up to 14 hours talk time on 3G, and music play of up to 50 hours. Personally, guys, I do not listen to music on phones or iPods. If I want to listen to music, that's why I have a stereo system in this room, or a stereo in my car. Colors in this come in space gray, silver, gold, and rose gold. This is apparently, I believe, the rose gold version, and I don't really care because it stays in an OtterBox. It's only out of it because I have to put a new battery in this thing next week when it comes in the mail. As far as the rest of it goes, you can, you know, look up other specs, but I mean, the loudspeaker for the voice is 66 decibels, the noise is 64 dB, the ring is 65 dB, noise is minus, audio quality noise is minus 93.8 dB, and crosstalk is minus 73.2 decibel. Endurance rating for the battery life 62H. the base mark on OS 11 2.0 something 2195. I don't know. Display contrast ratio is 1481 nominal and 3.783 in sunlight. So anyway, that's pretty much the basics of the iPhone 6s. Okay, does this thing sound good when you're talking? Yes. Does it have nice audio playback? Well, considering it's a phone and a little wee speaker, yeah, it sounds pretty good actually. Microphone's actually really nice too. The cameras are great on this thing, front and back. I love it. My iPhone 6 did not have 4K capability on the back camera. So this is kind of like a big upgrade in my opinion, just with that feature alone between the 6 and 6S. I would actually have to compare the two of them side by side as far as specs go. There is a slight minuscule difference in the actual physical size between a 6 and 6S, but it is very, very minuscule. You know, it's like almost non-existent, but it is actually there. But overall, great little phone. I really like it. I would give this a 4.5 out of 5 as far as your star rating goes. And like I said, use a tempered glass protector over top and then put it in a good case that will cover up any exposed area of your outside area, because anything exposed, if you drop and it hits the right way, yeah, that tempered glass isn't going to help at all. So do have a really good case as well to protect your phone on top of the tempered glass. And don't be afraid of, you know, made in China glass or the dollar store tempered glass on phones. We use them, and I've nailed a few of them on iPad. Well, I haven't bought. You can't buy iPad tempered glass at the dollar store, but you can get them for phones. And any of the ones with phones, I've popped a few of them. Okay, because I've dropped my phone. I'm notorious sometimes for doing that. And always it's only been the tempered glass that took the hit and got damaged. The glass underneath the main phone never ever got damaged. I've dropped my iPad probably, well, I've dropped it a number of times, but only 2 times have I ever killed a glass, a tempered glass. I've never once done damage to the main glass. And those glasses we got on Amazon for like, I think it was like $15 for a pack of 3 or something like that. And that was for my iPad 6th generation and my iPad Air 2 that I used to have. So anyways, that tells you that you don't have to spend a boatload of money for tempered glass to get good glass. Now there are stronger, better glasses out there, and they are more money, and I'm sure they're justifiable. But in the general, and from what I've actually managed to pull off, the dollar store phone stuff and the Amazon stuff for $13 for the iPads, can't beat it. Stuff works great. Anyways, so that's where I'm at on this phone. Next week I will be shooting a video, so stay tuned for that, on how to change the battery. I've watched a video on this. The battery comes with all the tools required that will service probably any iPhone and probably help me take apart my iMac when it's time, because eventually I want to get an SSD drive for my iMac. But I don't know how much longer my iMac's going to stay in service either, as far as OS 10 updates go. So I don't know when Apple's going to cut it off. So I'm going to do some research first before I go blowing money on an SSD drive, because once the OS 10 gets cut off for this machine, I got to buy a new one, because I can't go on the internet without proper security, right? So anyhow, that's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hopefully it wasn't too long for you. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Smash the bell for notifications. We'll just continue on with more techie stuff, and I have more tech videos coming for you guys as well in the next bit. I love technology. It's really cool stuff. Anyways, see you later. Thanks. Bye.